Tonight, more than 100 San Diegans stood together in opposition to the president-elect's climate change-denying cabinet picks, and they are calling on California's leaders for support. CBS News 8's Richard Allen is live downtown tonight with their rally. And what demonstrators say is at stake. Richard?
And Barbara Lee, this demonstration today in downtown San Diego was one of dozens held across the country in what organizers call a day against denial, referring to the denial of climate change, which protesters say characterizes many of Donald Trump's cabinet picks. Now, these demonstrators here in San Diego called on California U.S. Senators Dianne Feinstein and Kamala Harris to reject these nominees, saying that they would reverse years of progress made on environmental issues.
Trump, 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 Trump.
As Senate confirmation hearings for Donald Trump's picks for his cabinet get underway this week, more than 100 demonstrators gathered in front of the federal building in downtown San Diego Monday night to protest several of the president-elect's choices.
I'm just so upset about the potential for disaster here.
Specifically, former Exxon CEO Rex Tillerson, Trump's choice for Secretary of State, Scott Pruitt to head the EPA, former Texas Governor Rick Perry tapped for Secretary of Energy, and Representative Ryan Zinke to lead the Interior Department, all of whom these demonstrators say have strong ties to the fossil fuel industry and a history of denying the existence of climate change.
Could you imagine anything worse? Trump's nominees are the worst of the worst. These radical nominees and Trump have a history of promoting the interests of fossil fuel companies instead of standing with our communities and climate.
Protesters even took to the stage to satirize the nominees, including Rick Perry.
Yeah! I don't care about no climate change. Hell, I'm green. Green with money.
And while President-elect Trump is confident of his nominees' chances,
I think they'll all pass. I think every nomination they're all at the highest level.
So now our Earth is at stake.
These demonstrators say they're hopeful these organized nationwide protests will make a difference.
And show our leaders that they need to listen to us and that we are a voice and we need to be heard.
And the Senate confirmation hearings begin tomorrow morning, beginning with Trump's pick for Attorney General, Alabama Senator Jeff Sessions. And then on Wednesday, Secretary of State nominee Rex Tillerson will have his turn. Now, many political analysts say it is likely Trump's picks will pass, considering that Republicans have a 52-seat majority in the Senate. Barbara Lee?
Muy buenas noches, les saluda Carlos Sánchez. A 10 días de la toma de protesta del nuevo presidente, a lo largo del país continúan las muestras de inconformidad contra Donald Trump. Hoy se realizaron manifestaciones de quienes temen la protección del medio ambiente se convierta en un asunto de segunda importancia. Marco Serrano nos tiene más de esto. Adelante, Marco, buenas noches.
¿Qué tal? Buenas noches. Día de protesta en el país, aquí en San Diego, frente al edificio federal. Están en contra de las personas nombradas o nominadas para el gabinete presidencial. Decenas protestaron contra algunos de los nominados para estar al frente de distintos departamentos federales, en particular quienes tomarán decisiones sobre el medio ambiente.
Y si las decisiones de Washington es de no seguir con acuerdos que se han hecho mundialmente para estar de acuerdo con reducir la contaminación, para reducir el cambio climático, entonces nos va a afectar a todos y nos va a afectar a todos.
Este lunes ambientalistas convocaron a un día de acción nacional para manifestar su rechazo a posibles miembros del gabinete presidencial, tal como Rex Tillerson, CEO de la petrolera ExxonMobil y nominado para secretario de Estado, así como Scott Pruitt para la Agencia de Protección Ambiental y Rick Perry, secretario de Energía. Los tres con historial dudoso, afirman los manifestantes en cuanto a sus posturas sobre las causas del calentamiento global.
Lo que nos preocupa de los nombrados es de que le ponen más prioridad a las ganancias de sus corporaciones que del bienestar y la salud de la gente.
Los activistas se reunieron en San Diego frente al edificio que alberga las oficinas de las senadoras federales de California, quienes próximamente votarán para confirmar o no a los nombrados.
Dianne Feinstein, Kamala Harris, que van a votar, que no apoyen a estas personas.
Bueno, y este miércoles será de particular interés, ya que es cuando se reúnen varios de los comités a cargo de las confirmaciones del proceso de nominación. Es lo que tenemos de regreso al estudio.